So once again, the judge is like, no, I don't care what your shareholders think. This is too much.
And they plan on appealing again, according to Tesla on the platform owned by Elon Musk, X. So it does seem like this is going to be a dance that we can continue to keep an eye on. As you mentioned, was worth about $56 billion at the time, the last time the judge canceled this plan. Right now, based on the closing on Monday, worth $101.5 billion.
Ooh.
So if this does end up being kind of stood by, if Tesla is not effectively successful in pushing back on the ruling, then the board would kind of be back to the drawing board and have to come up with a new proposal.
Now, it's interesting. Tesla is the biggest points contributor to the downside on the NASDAQ today. Maybe that's more about the sales in China, but also there was this worry that if he doesn't get this pay package, Elon Musk is out. He's going to focus more on his AI projects, maybe even more on the government side of things. Is that still a risk to investors?
It still is just an unknown. And I think that's the big thing. When you talk to investors or Tesla bulls, the big question is the stock going back to 2018 is up almost 1,400%. This is a huge rally. This is a big company. And there is such a big key man risk in Elon Musk. If there even is a thought that he steps away from the company, what does that mean for Tesla? What does that mean for the self-driving ambitions, especially as you mentioned, if he leans into his Doge role with the government? There's so many unknowns, and I think that's been kind of the big bull-bear debate, even if you go back to, again, 2018, when Elon was potentially looking at what this company could do and has launched XAI, to your point, has done what he's doing with SpaceX, and now is wearing a government hat.
All of this, of course, sparked by one key shareholder lawsuit, and those lawyers got a huge payout for the privilege of having represented this person. But I'm interested as to the future of Delaware as well. If Elon, on the back of this, up and left, saying and the companies should follow him. Is that something that's going to carry on if we see these sorts of legal tit for tats?
If you go on X, again, it does seem to be very much a platform that is pro-Elon, but you look at a number of investors, prominent VCs, prominent executives talking about what this could mean for being domiciled in Delaware, what the uncertainty is if a judge can push back on something that, from a company's perspective, your shareholders voted by a supermajority to back, your board members stood by. So it does create a bit of a cloud, if you will, over domiciling in Delaware and what that can mean. Again, Elon did move out of there quite quickly, so it will be interesting to see if others think about following suit in the wake of this second pushback.